Hello, my crocheting friends. This is a pattern that I saw here on YouTube that was on a Turkish channel that I struggled with understanding what they were doing, even being someone who has crocheted for many years and on and off, not a steady thing. I am not a master. So after watching it 5 times and printing out some graph paper and following it step by step, making a few changes because some things just didn't make sense to me on why we would do that, I decided let's give it a shot. So I'm going to be using this yellow and gray baby yarn. Not super thrilled with it, but it works. It is light 3. It says to use a G 4mm crochet hook, which I did not do. I used a 3.75 because I wanted to define my stitches better, but I wish I would have used a 4mm. You'll see why as you watch the video. So I used a Susan Bates aluminum crochet hook in, I don't know if you can see it, size 3.75. The stitches required in this pattern, obviously you need to know how to chain: a single crochet, a double crochet, a 3 double crochet cluster, and a front post double crochet. So with that being said, let's get started. Okay, we're going to cast onto our hook with a slip knot. Everybody does that different. And we're going to chain stitch in the amounts of an odd number. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Don't be super tight. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27. So I'm going to start with 27. So we have a decent sized sample here. So I have 27, and then I'm going to chain 1 and single crochet in the first chain from the hook. Not that one, but this one. Okay, and we're going to single crochet in each chain space all the way across to the end. And if you want to pause the video here until you get to the end, I'll meet you back at the end. Okay, we're at the last one right here. We want to make sure we get that too. And okay. So that was row 1. Row 2, you want to chain 1, turn your work, and we're going to single crochet in the first chain from the hook. And we're going to skip the next one, do a chain stitch, skip the next one, single crochet, chain one, skip, go to the next one, single crochet. Chain one, skip, single. And you're going to repeat this all the way to the end. Okay, so I'm at the last two. It's a chain, skip that one, and then the last stitch. You can tell it's the last stitch because it's a V, not that little loopy. That was our chain, and single crochet. Chain two does not count as our double. We double crochet in the first. Then we're going to do a cluster of 3 double crochets in this space. You can see the little holes. So it's yarn over, pull through 2 hoops. We have 2 chains left on our hook. Yarn over, pull through 2, 3 on our hook. Yarn over, pull through 2, now we have 4. And we close the gap. Our next stitch is a regular double crochet. We've come to another whole space. So we yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2, and close them up. Then a double. This yarn splits a lot. Okay, so you're going to continue that pattern all the way across the row. So double crochet, a 3 cluster, double crochet, a 3 cluster, all the way to the end, and you should end with 1 double crochet. And you can pause here and meet me at the end. Okay, now I'm at the end. I have 1 last 3 cluster and 3. Through, and my final stitch is a double crochet for that row. And here, and turn and do a single crochet in each space all the way across the top. And here might be a good place to count your stitches and make sure you have the same amount of stitches as you started with. For me, it was 27. So I have 1, 2, 3. Four, 5, 6, 7, 8, 26, 27. Hallelujah. Okay. Now we want a color change. Okay, so Gonna pull it through. And we're gonna chain one. Single crochet in the first space. Just getting my bearings where I was at. And now it should be yarn over. We're doing a front post. We're going to go to the middle. Just the middle stitch. Pull through two, pull through two. We skip that on the yellow. And we go into here and we do a single. Yarn over. Find that middle stitch. Skip that one, go into there with a single. Yarn over, find that middle. Pull through two, pull through two. We're skipping that one. Okay. So that is a repeat all the way across to the end. And I will meet you back at the end so you can pause here. Okay, I'm at the end and with a single. And we're going to chain one. Turn our work, single crochet in the first stitch, chain one, skip that, single crochet in the next, chain one, skip that, single crochet in the next, chain one, skip, single, chain one. You can kind of tell where you're going because of this. Skip, single, chain one, skip, single, chain one, skip, single, chain one, skip, single, all the way to the end. Chain one, skip, single, chain one, skip, single, chain one, skip, single. Sometimes it makes it easier just to say it to yourself. Single, chain one, skip, single, chain one, skip that, and we're single crochet into our last stitch. and it's color change time, so we don't complete that one. We're gonna carry up our yellow. See, pull our gray forward. Bring up our yellow. Chain 2. Turn our work. Double crochet in our first. The chain 2 is our level up. Remember, it doesn't count as a double. Okay, so we double crochet. We're going to do our 3 cluster in our little chain space. So 1, 2, remember we're only pulling through 2 hoops, yarn over, 3, pull through them all. I'm going to do a double, and then a cluster, pull through 2, pull through 2, pull through 2. We have 4 on our hook, pull through them all. Then a double and a cluster. 1, 2, 3, through all of them, and a double, and then a cluster. Oh, the cluster is always in these little chain spaces. So you're going to do that all the way to the end of the row, and I'll meet you back. Okay, we're at the end. Chain 1, turn. We're going to single crochet in each stitch all the way across, starting in our first. And we're just working our way back so that we can do a color change. I am at the end. And we're doing a color change. Pull our yellow forward. Let's bring up our gray. We're going to chain 1. Turn our work. Do a single crochet in the first space. And now we find our center cluster. Yarn over. Do a double. A single. Yarn over. Find that center post. Single. Find our center post. Do a double. single, center post, single, center post, single, and you repeat this all the way to the end. And a single in the, oops, a single in the last stitch. We're going to chain one, turn our work, and we will single crochet, chain one, skip one, single crochet. Chain one, skip, single, chain one, skip, single, and do this all the way to the end of the row. Okay, so I've reached the end of my row, and it is color change time. I'm going to pull my gray forward, bring up my yellow, I'm going to chain two, turn my work, and do a double crochet in that first space. Okay, so there's a noticeable difference, right side versus wrong side. Whenever you're on a row with the double crochet, you should always be on the right side, the front of your work. And after you get past your foundation, which would be your chain and your first row of single crochet, it's a 4-row pattern repeat. Rows 2, 3, 4, and 5 are your repeats. So I am on row 3. Where it is the double, the 3 cluster, 1, 2, and 3, and then a double. So at this point, the best advice I can give is don't crochet tight. Crocheting tight makes it hard to find that center. And if you're like me and you crochet tight, you might want to go up a needle size from what is recommended by your yarn. So I'm going to do a few more rows off camera to give you a better idea of how the pattern looks, and I will come back. Okay, so I worked up a few more. I think this is an absolutely gorgeous pattern. So, like I said, if you crochet tight, use a bigger hook. You need to be loose with this or you will struggle to find the middle post of the 3 double crochet clusters. Other than that, it's super easy. Once you get in the rhythm, it just flows. I mean, you can knock it out. About, I'd say about the 3rd front post, that's when I've got my flow going for the row. So if I was doing a full-sized, baby blanket or an afghan, it would just be absolutely gorgeous. Just gorgeous. So it is a 4-row pattern repeat. Once you get past your foundation, you're going to, starting chain is ending in an odd number. First row is going to be all single crochet. Second row, you start with the single, chain 1, single, chain 1, single, all the way across. You end with a single. Row 3, double crochet, 3 double crochet cluster in the same chain, double crochet, 3 double crochet cluster in the same chain, single crochet all the way across, ending with a single crochet. Row 4, single crochet all the way across. Row 5, you start with a single, you do a front post double down to the middle post of the 3 cluster double crochet. Then it's a chain, front post, chain, front post, chain, front post, all the way across, ending in a single. Now your repeat starts. You go back to row 2. Single chain, single chain, single chain, all the way across, ending in a single, double, 3 double cluster, double, 3 double cluster, double, all the way across, ending in a double. Next row, single crochet all the way across. Then you're getting into this single, front post, chain, front post, chain, front post, chain, front post, all the way across, ending in a single. And you just continue like that, and it's just beautiful. And I think it would be very warm for baby. So give it a try. If you liked it, leave a comment down below. Share it. Subscribe to my channel. And happy crocheting. Bye-bye.